We've been talking about this incident for a bit now. It's the Vshojo situation, and there is, in fact, more news. Shane did, in fact, break some a little bit earlier, but I wanted to do it, goddammit. You can't be taking my job. Now, let's go ahead and get into this. So Vshojo actually did make an announcement post. So this is specifically from Gunrun. Now, I want to tell you guys something that's kind of close to me. Obviously, we talked about how I tried to get in twice, and of course, they both failed. Bell had a bad feeling about this guy. He had a gut feeling that was wrong about this guy Gunrun. And seeing everything that's happened now and hearing about, like, accounts from people who have had to deal with him and people who he brings in, or sorry, brought in, since we're going to be going over that in a second, that just really bad guy, really shady, scummy, vile, pathetic, even. I'm so happy I dodged bullets. I straight up dodged fucking bullets. Anyways, let's go ahead. Vshojo has failed, and I've mismanaged the company into the situation you're all witnessing. So today, I am sharing the difficult news that Vshojo is shutting down, and I take full responsibility for the decisions that led us to this point. I've been doing everything I can to fundraise and right the ship these past few months, but despite my efforts, we are in a worse position. The mouth has already been failing me, I swear to God. And those I care about are now paying the price. Over the last few years, we raised around $11 million to pursue a bold, talent-first approach in VTubing, prioritizing creators and community over short-term profits to achieve long-term sustainability. Bro, you don't have to sell the company. Why in the fuck is this guy still selling he's still selling the company, whereas it's like, we raised around $11 million. Okay, good for you. Where the fuck is the money? Our funding went directly to our creators through generous splits. 50-50 is not a generous split when I believe the current industry standard. And I know that everyone has been hating that fucking term now that has even been talking about this or has talked about it that has been part of the company. 50-50 is not a good split, and that's apparently what Vshojo had. I believe the current splits now are, what is it, 80-40? No, wait, 80-20 or 70-30. I'm not entirely sure because I never got to the point where it's like, okay, you get interviewed and shit, and then you're in. Because apparently I was too small, so fuck my ass, I guess. Debut investments, infrastructure, concerts, events, and staffing, all designed to support them. We also wanted talent to own their IP, which we knew was a unique creator-first approach for an agency. However, despite all of our efforts, the business failed to generate the revenue we needed to sustain that model, and eventually we ran out of money. Now, how in the fuck does something as big as Vshojo run out of fucking money? Where the fuck are you putting your money? Check this man's fucking Honkai accounts, bro. Check this man's gacha accounts, because there's gotta be something. There's gotta be a money laundering scheme. Well, obviously, this entire thing feels like, I believe, Legal Mindset did say, I believe it is a money laundering scheme. We'll be going into that as well in a second. But the fact that it was apparently $11 million that just straight up disappeared, I feel like it either got invested into crypto or someone pocketed the money and left. And by someone, I mean multiple people, because there's also other people that have recently left that could be implicated in this as well. Additionally, I acknowledge that some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with talent activity, which I later learned was intended for a charitable initiative. So here's the thing. Okay? We have proof that he knows about this. There's no I learned later shit, okay? He knew. He was there. We have pictures that we'll be pulling up in a second. At the time, we were working hard to raise additional investment capital to cover our costs, and I firmly believe, based on the information available to us, that we would be able to do so and cover all expenses. We were unsuccessful in our fundraising efforts, and I made the decision to pursue funding, and I own its consequences. I am deeply sorry to all the talent, staff, friends, and community members who believed in our brand. You did not deserve this. Lift the fucking NDAs. Brother, that's all I fucking want at this point. Raise the NDAs. Tecton said that there might be some even more nefarious shit that no talent is going to talk about. I feel like, I hate that my brain immediately went to this when he said this, because I watched his clip like 30 minutes before I went live. But I have a feeling because it was an almost all women, besides later on, when Kuro came in, an all women plus one man talent agency, I feel like there's sexual harassment or possibly sexual assault. And I don't want to think about it, but unfortunately that's the first thing my mind goes to since it's all women, and Gunrun is a guy. Hate me if you want to, but usually that's what you see in these kind of industries. It's just, But the fact that he says he later learned that the money that they were getting was for a charity event. He attended the IDF charity event in person, brought Mousy around the event, and then proceeded to say he didn't know it was intended for the charity event. Why are you lying? Awful, awful person, you are not sorry. So this is Gunrun, by the way. His emote has also been removed from the Twitch Global group. So, like, global Twitch emotes that you can use without being subscribed to anybody. He's out of that now, so that's very good. Yeah, look at this guy and tell me that he doesn't seem like kind of a scumbag, though. It's just straight up. He looks like someone who would steal your money. Look, there's Mousy. Look, she's so cute. What's up, Zeph? But yeah, to say that you didn't know that the money was for the charity at the time it was being raised, and you're literally there? Brother. What the fuck? Let's go ahead and keep going. He has deleted his entire Twitter bio and removed his banner, so this is his Twitter account. But I saw this, and I was just like, this motherfucker is gone. He's gonna leave the country. This brother is gonna flee the country. Don't be shocked if in like a week it's like, we can't find this dude. Either that, or he kills himself, but yeah, I don't know. If you're doing that much shit, you're probably gonna be going to Tobago or something, bro. I got no idea. I don't know anything about tubers, but his apology read a lot like corporate slop. Yep. Yep. I'm just happy that it didn't read like AI like Cinder's apology, quote-unquote apology did. Also, the company's LinkedIn page is still up. Give it like 24 hours. Either that or they probably fucking forgot about it. Alright. So this is Legal Mindset. This is a guy. His name is Andrew Esquire. This is a guy that kind of keeps tabs on, like, current dramas and shit that could be possibly legal. He is a lawyer as well as an attorney, so he actually knows what the fuck he's talking about. So TLDR, they failed to secure a loan on their unprofitable business, an embezzlement of $500,000. Let's not forget about the fact that this says $11 million. So where in the fuck are the rest of the $11 million? Because talents were not getting paid. Talents weren't getting paid. The people who made art and did stuff for them weren't getting paid. None of it. So where the fuck is the money? Where's the money, Lebowski? That's the term of the day. The fuck's the money, homeboy? Where'mst is it? Fucking Christ. We got another thing from Legal Mindset. So Mountain Dew is a person that was with the company. They left about, I'm gonna say a month or two ago at this point. He goes, nah bro, what the actual fuck? That's the gun run. And Legal pulls up and says, leaving the company 2 months ago does not absolve a former officer of potential liability for past actions. And he has also allegedly done some fucked up shit too. Gunrun's LinkedIn is also still online? Jesus Christ. Straight up, goofy goober mentality. Don't be tweeting out this shit when you know that you can be held liable too, motherfucker. Don't be retarded. Before we go into Vebe, I want to touch on a previous talent. This talent left 3 years ago. Her name is Silvervale, if you do not know who she is. Go ahead and read this really quick. Vshojo CEO Gunrun called Silvervale a damage to the brand and a disappointment. You want to know what this was over? This was over her playing Hogwarts Legacy. A game from a series that she loves, not because it was made by J.K. Rowling, but because it was there for her when nothing else was, and she absolutely adores the Harry Potter series of books. God forbid someone likes something. But no, apparently, she was transphobic for playing the game. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the music for this. I'm gonna put this up to 140. Alright, let's go ahead and listen to live Pastel Goth Mommy reaction, shall we? This was from a... I watched this stream live. She apparently also streams on YouTube now. Go and follow her on YouTube as well. She is such a nice person. I hate that I didn't want to watch her for so long. It makes me sad. It makes me cry. Ayaya! Okay.
And I'd wanted to leave for a while after noticing the lack of payments. But like the culmination of how I was treated really solidified me leaving. And when all of the Wizard game stuff was happening, if you guys remember that, I know a lot of people think that I had no support, and you can't imagine how true that was. I was put into a call with Gunn, the CEO of the company, like someone that I admired and I looked up to and I wanted to please, someone that I thought was the coolest person ever. And he told me that I was a damage to the brand, that I was a disappointment. I was told that me being harassed was an inconvenience to the other talents and not to talk to them.
I know that she was not able to because she did not have any fucking money from this shit because of Gunrun and the rest of the people who were running Vshojo's bullshit. I do not hold the talents at fault. Do not hold the talents at fault. Do not blame the talents for the shit that's fucking happening. It's all the corporate bullshit. She had no money, so if she broke her NDA at all, which I wish she would have, I'm pretty sure that a bunch of people wish that she would have, because the Hogwarts Legacy crap in general was a hawk tua of bullshit. Just saying, full send, absolute fucking retarded garbage. Play video game if you want to play video game. If you don't, just fucking ignore it. That's how it's always been online. That's how it's been. If you don't want to play a game, don't fucking play it and ignore everything from it. It's not difficult, alright? Just go watch other shit. Cleanse your feed. Just do something else. Don't be a little bitch and be like, this game is blah blah blah, I'm gonna harass anyone that plays it. Like, fucking absolutely trock, pure-blooded trock garbage. But the fact that you would rather throw a talent away instead of to defend them when all this shit's happening, I feel like that should have told us everything we need to know. I wish that she would have been able to come out about this crap, because I feel like at this point, Vshojo could have been dissolved beforehand. There's a lot of really fucked up shit, apparently, that's locked behind these NDAs. And when the NDAs are able to be lifted or completely dissolved, because the company is in fact going bankrupt, I don't know how heavy and tight these NDAs are, for I never had to sign one, because I was never part of the company, period, because they rejected me twice. Thank God, once again. Because if I had to deal with all this shit going down right now, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have killed myself. Because this seems like a whole chicanery of, oh my fucking god, what in the fucking Christ just happened? Like, I feel like that's how every single person who was still with the company that had to leave was like. It's like, oh my fucking god. I wish that she could have talked about it. I wish that she could have talked about how Gunrun literally was like, get the fuck out. You're a liability. You're hurting our brand. What the fuck? Talent first, my fucking ass. And she's one of the founding members. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Optics were more important than their own talent's well-being. And I was suspended from streaming.
Yep.
They said it wasn't a suspension because they weren't that kind of agency, but what else do you call being told not to stream? Talent freedom, right?
Talent freedom, my fucking ass. Hello, Foxu. Now, I want to get to Vebe, because this is the first NDA that we have seen be broken, and I am breaking this now, because I literally saw this right when I was looking up shit about Vshojo and everything. And the fact that Vei is the first one to speak out, hopefully she either has a good lawyer, or she sees it as, fuck it, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They don't have the money, they can't fucking sue. So this is breaking shit. I would love to see what the fuck is in this NDA breaker. So this is from Vebe. She left at the same time, forced to leave at the same time, by the way. Same exact time as Silver and Yanners. Yanners wanted to leave at a different time, and they forced her to stay in the company. So let that sink in as well. I feel terrible for all of these girls. Past talents, the talents that were supposed to be coming in, and the talents that just left. It's sad. It's fucking depressing. I would not be shocked if people did actually, off themselves over this crap. And if you did, may you fly high and in peace. And so our NDAs are now void. Why I left Vshojo. Back in 2023, Vshojo tried to bully me into one of the most predatory contracts that I have ever seen. When I tried to ask more about it, their COO got extremely hostile with me and refused to answer any of my questions, and so I had to hire a lawyer in order to get some clarification. What the fuck are you doing getting hostile with the talents, brother? What? Hostility with the fucking talent? Are we being serious? What kind of hawk phooey is that? Just, what? Brother, if you're getting hostile with the talent, shut down the company. It's obviously not talent first. It still says it right there, a talent first VTuber company. Bullshit. Bukkake on his chest. That is no. Niet, no. During the talks, it became clear that Vshojo would rather let me go than to take less away from me. They were ultimately wanting me to give up more than half of all my sponsors' revenue and over 60% of all merch sales. So, Vay left around, I believe, 3 years ago. No, that said 2023. It's been 2 years. It's only been 2 years. I'll be damned. All I asked from them in return is to not take a cut of the sponsors that I was getting through Mythic. So Mythic, for those who do not know, is an agency that gets you sponsorships. And that's literally the main thing that Mythic is. It helps you to get sponsors much easier. And it makes it so that you can get, like, proper payouts and everything as well. Like, you can actually get a good amount of pay from doing a sponsor, instead of, hey, so you can do the sponsor like Vshojo was doing, you can do the sponsor, but we're going to take all your money. Because there's also a lot of other things where it's like, oh yeah, there were like game collabs and everything. Apparently, I believe there's this game called Spite or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. It's either Spite or Smite. That a lot of the Vshojo girls had skins in, and the girls never got paid for that. So what the fuck? Don't take a cut of the sponsorship that I was getting through Mythic, as that cut was already being taken. They said no, they want it all, and so I asked to leave after being treated like I was disposable in our talks. They basically made it seem like they were my employer, and that they're the reason for my success. That I owe them, and that I should be happy to give them my money. What kind of ass-backward shit is that? If you are a person that is attempting to start a company, and you have this mindset, just don't. Don't. It feels like Vshojo at this point was a money laundering scheme and a Ponzi scheme, and it is the most pathetic crap I've seen. I'm so happy that I didn't get hired by these guys. It's ridiculous. In order for me to leave, they demanded I sign an NDA that prevented me from speaking to any of the other talent about it. I could not say why I was leaving. I cannot say what the terms for what I was saying no to were. What I was saying no to were. I even got in trouble for advising them to hire their own attorneys. They would watch my streams, read my Discord, and then threaten to sue me. Oh yeah, this is one thing too. Silver fucking took a break because she was stressed, and they threatened to fucking sue her. What in the fuck backwards kind of shit is that? Another one of their leave terms was that they will announce both me and Silver on the same day in order to minimize the damage to their company. Their COO has begun to push a narrative on 4chan, yes, I'm serious, laughing my fucking ass off, and other social media that I am leaving because I plan to join OTK, which is One True King. This is kind of a 50-50-ish organization. This is something that Tectone used to be a part of. And that both me and Silvervale are troublemakers, so they were, quote, letting us go. Later I found out that Nyanyers wanted to leave around the same time due to also being unhappy with the contract, but was told that she couldn't because it did not fit their narrative that they were pushing internally and externally. The amount of hate we've gotten over leaving, from fans calling us greedy bitches to people saying we're abandoning our friends and tossing aside the company because we're successful enough, shit was fucking painful. Not being able to say anything sucked. Jesus Christ. I only found out I didn't get paid for any of my sponsors after I had already signed the NDA. After 2 years, I have still not been paid back fully. To add insult to injury, they also demanded I had to pay them back $10,000 for some of the anniversary assets, which when they sent me back months later were half finished. What's up, Danny? I'm sorry, you're telling this bitch that she has to pay you money? What? What kind of hog? What? You have to pay them money. Oh my god, dude, I want to see more of these NDAs. I want to hear more of these stories. This already is nuts. And this is just one person. This is just from Vebe. Definitely a degen. I've seen her fat fucking ass, man. Would. Despite all that, I've had immense faith that the company had gotten better over the past 2 years. I assume they rewrote their contracts after losing 3 people due to them and seeing all their new talent join. Clearly, this was not the case. Now for some fun facts. Their company lawyer had an expired law license. Excuse me? What? An expired license. What in the fuck? He literally does not practice law anymore, yet he was our point of contact for any legal help we needed. They actively pitted us against one another during my time there and compared our success to others. They tried enforcing streaming schedules so our view counts would look better due to less overlap. Wow. They would always shit-talk other VTuber agencies. They literally would spend company money to get a tiny dig at them, especially Hololive. It was literally living rent-free in Gunrun's head. They were convinced Hololive was over when they signed Kei-san and Nazuna. Kei-san only had to leave. And this is public information, by the way. This isn't doxing anything. Everyone already knows. It's just we don't talk about it because Kei-san's moved on from when she was Coco and such. She basically got kind of japed into saying the word Taiwan and showing Taiwan was a country. That's all that happened. Goodbye, Chinese audience. I loved you. My Chinese spy is now dead. Our previous talent manager got ghosted for 6 months by Gunrun, told not to do any work for us, and then got fired for, quote, not doing anything. During this fiasco, we weren't able to get any assistance. You're not able to get assistance for 6 fucking months? What the fuck? MTD got reprimanded for being creepy to us. Lol, got told not to message us privately, go figure. Who is MTD? Is that Mountain Dew? I knew it. If MTD is Mountain Dew, you know, Mutant Dew, or however the fuck you pronounce his name. Yeah, my sexual advancements thing that I said, possibly not sexual assault, depending on how much these people knew him IRL or saw him IRL. But, yeah. Don't be a creep. Don't be a creep. I have proof from other streamers attending their IRL parties that MTD would actively shit-talk me after I left the company to paint me in the worst light imaginable. Don't know why you're acting innocent on Twitter pretending you weren't aware of anything. Oh yeah, no, it is Mountain Dew. I can't wait to see all the shit that comes out about you because there's loads, but they aren't my stories to tell. Yeah, do not sexually harass your talents. What the fuck is wrong with you? Thanks for reading, and thanks to those who stuck around between then and now. Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you for giving me, Silver, and Jan the benefit of the doubt when we needed it the most. I would love to read some of these comments, because... Oh, yes. Here is Nyanners. This is also a previous talent that left at the same time. MTD had the audacity to talk shit about you to my face at a party the year that we all left, and painted you as some kind of conniving, greedy, mean girl who was in my ear and manipulated me into leaving Vshojo just because you wanted me to join OTK, because, quote, her boyfriend's soda is part of that org, or for personal gain or some shit. He got uncomfortably close and up in my face and was like, come on, I know the real reason you left. I know it was because of Vay. She talked you into it, etc., and it was infuriating. I know he's spreading the same shit to other staff, talent, and other industry people. Seeing one of my closest friends get dragged through the mud like this for years was awful. You did absolutely nothing wrong and had so much shit flung at you just because they wanted to push a narrative to protect the company. For him to act like he is completely blameless is insulting. He is a creepy motherfucker, and there's a lot more, obviously, but a lot of it is also not my story to tell. Here's Geary. Watching all this unfold is so disgusting. Do not sexual harass in general. Yeah, the panda needs to come back. We need to bring back the sexual harassment panda. Matt and Trey, please, I beg. So they're done? Yeah, they put out a thing where they're gonna be shutting down. They're done. 4chan mentioned, my caffeine intake gets increased. Based. Holy fuck, ew, disgusting. It's pretty hard to renew a law license when you're busy shitposting 24/7 on VT. Over half of sponsor revenue. What? That's the worst I've ever heard. What the fuck does one even say to all this? Literally speechless. So driven by malice, greed, and ego. Disgusting. I'm so fucking sorry this happened to all you guys. That makes them guilty. Oh. Sorry. Ugh. Hairball. That makes them guilty of threatening retaliation and coercion. The NDA was never legal to begin with. Yeah, we gotta start looking into how legal these NDAs were, man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like these NDAs aren't actually legally binding. Ergo, people can talk about it. Plus, the company's going bankrupt. They got no fucking money. They can't properly do, like, litigation shit. Yeah, they can't sell off their assets. They can't properly file for Chapter 11 properly. I mean, there obviously was, like, litigation and shit, but it is what it is. Look, my words are accidentally getting mixed up because my mouth is dry. The only part I find odd is that they made you sign an NDA. If your contract was up and you were leaving, how can they force you to sign an NDA? Because they don't want you talking. How does it keep getting worse? We're going to kill you. Retweet, this needs to be spread. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna retweet this. Hopefully it doesn't get taken down. It's disgusting. There is in fact more. There's apparently one person ended up getting really far in. I believe it's someone that someone here watches. Their name is Rose, and they're in something called Vshojo, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, it's Rose Doodle Vshojo. Okay. Yeah, it's Rose. This is the one. This is the one that was going through the process of getting hired by Vshojo when they told her to fuck off, basically. I just want to see all my friends happy and taken care of. Seeing friends hurts. Please give them all your love and support. Yes. Oh yeah, and to the fact that, the Vshojo tweet ended up getting, community noted. Justin, aka Gunrun, claims to not know the purpose of the funds, but he personally congratulated Iron Mouse on the completion of her charity fundraising event, and reposted Ludwig directly mentioning that half the funds would go to charity. You did it, Mouse. So this was from the end of the fundraiser. Or sorry, the charity events. Sorry. This is this. And then we have some archive pages. I feel like the archive ones are just in case it gets taken down. This is the retweet from Ludwig before he became a fucking Hassan simper. Iron Mouse just blew past my old Twitch sub record and still has another day to break highs. I've seen some weird people flame her on Twitter the past couple of weeks, but I hope she shatters the all-time sub record. She's a great streamer, has one of the best stories on Twitch, and is also donating half the money raised to charity. Donating half the money raised to charity. And finally, there is a Polygon article. Now, the most subscribed to channel on Twitch, this was done September 30th of 2024. Yeah, you would have fucking known. There's no way that you wouldn't have known. He's just being a little cunt. Don't fall for his lies. He's being a little bitch. No way there's more, bro. Dude. More comes out every time one of the fucking ex-streamers streams. Anytime anyone who was affiliated or friends with these people, more shit comes out. Because people were like, we're finally able to talk about this shit publicly. It's wild. The fact that you got hit with NDAs in the first fucking place for leaving? Oh my god, that should have been the red mark in the first place. I also forgot to turn back on the music. I apologize for that. I made that severely, like, I know it's dramatic, because it's like people are getting fucked over, like, holy balls. But I feel like that made it even more dramatic. Silvervale, why have you punished my brain cell? I should have turned the music back on, you woman. God damn it. Yep. You know, Hulk Hogan died. I thought Hulk Hogan committed 9/11. I can't believe it was Vshojo and Cinder. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Your Majesty, there's been a second bus. Jesus Christ. I love how every single time Americans are like, dude, I gotta pull out the 9/11 memes, hold on. Hold on a fucking minute. I can make a mediocre 9/11 edit of this shit. I don't know shit about VTubing agencies, but you're telling me Vshojo cocked up so hard, they just didn't have any talents left. Dude, that's what they fucking get. That's what they get, unfortunately. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, go and support all of the talents that have ever been with Vshojo. Not just the talents that have just left in, like, the last 2 days. Because everyone got fucked over. Everyone. Oh, this was funny. Vshojo has failed and I've mismanaged the company into the situation you're all witnessing. So today I am sharing the difficult news that Vshojo is shutting down and I led us to this point. We raised around 11 million and eventually we ran out of money. Some of the money was intended for charity and for a charitable initiative. I firmly made the decision. I own it. Oh, yeah, they apparently pulled an Enron. Enron was apparently a company that did, like, a bunch of really shitty shit, too, so... Oh, this one's also funny. I take the money. I take the money. I'm liking that one. I love the... I take the money and I eat the shoes. Yes, the NDAs, I don't care. They can't fucking sue you anyways. I'm definitely not a lawyer, but I will tell you this. If the company is gone, and if they are bankrupt, and if they couldn't pay you the money anyways, how in the fuck are they supposed to get a lawyer to sue you? What, are they gonna use that lawyer that wasn't even actually a fucking lawyer anymore because his license was expired? Now, I'm not telling anyone to go do it because no one here is a person that was affiliated in any way, shape, or form with Vshojo, any of the talents, or working on any of the projects. And if you were, holy shit, I'm so sorry. That one would be shocking. Maybe be careful, but if you feel like you're like, fuck this shit, I don't care anymore, I'd rather get sued, or they definitely can't do shit, that's your choice to make. But the fact that we've seen one... Oh, we're probably gonna see everything. We're probably gonna see everything in the next 2 weeks. Give it 2 weeks. That shit'll be nuts. Absolutely crazy. I would love to see everything from all of them. I would love to see how fucked up or how lax some of these fuck-ass NDAs are supposed to be. Because I'm pretty sure that none of them relax. Like, at all. For the establishment and the corpos, fuck you. I won't do what you tell me. Signed, Vebe, 2025.